almost 4 a.m. and I decided I want to make a video about practicing gratitude and gratitude journaling. Don't ask me why I'm filming in the middle of the night when I should be sleeping, but here I am and that's what I'm doing. So here we go. Hi, the new year is here, and like a lot of other people, I have set some goals that I want to achieve this 2021. I have actually yet to make my vision board because I still have to print the pictures and put it on my corkboard, but I've already saved some pictures from Pinterest and made some lists for 2021 and made some goals and all that. And while there's nothing wrong with goals, this year I don't really want to focus on just achieving goals and getting things that I want to get or doing things that I want to do, but I also want to put more focus on just appreciating and being grateful for what I already have, what I already get to do, and what I already am enjoying in my life. So my word for the month is joy, hence the theme Joyous January. And the point of Joyous January is to be more grateful, to be more present, to be more mindful, and to really see and appreciate what is here now in the present. Lately, when I look at social media, I see a lot of people who are posting pictures of their dream house, their dream travel destination. I just see a lot of people who are very dedicated to achieving their goals, and honestly I find it so inspiring and so encouraging, and it makes me think that wow, I want to do that too, and wow, I want to work hard for my dreams, to achieve my dreams, and to live the dream life that I've always wanted. But I feel like it kind of moves towards the negative side of the spectrum when we start thinking things like, I want to do all that I can to be able to have all that I want in life, and then and only then will I be truly happy and grateful. And these dreams, these things don't have to be always material things. They could be a social status, they could be relationships or friendships, they could be a degree, they could even be a certain weight or a body type, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be something tangible. It can be anything really that we want to achieve, but then it becomes something bad. It becomes more of a burden when we feel like we're not happy with where we currently are, and that we can only be grateful and happy and satisfied and content with life once we've gotten whatever we want in life. Like this dream house. Once I am living in this dream house, then I'll be happy. But because I don't have that yet, I live here in this small apartment unit, I won't be happy. I think that's the kind of thinking that becomes problematic for a lot of people, especially these days, because social media, you see a lot of fake stuff, and it just looks like people are happy, people are living the good life, and people don't have problems. But we always gotta remember that a lot of those things are staged, they're fake. Everything is not always what it seems. I feel like that's a song. I think sometimes we tend to believe that we need a certain event to happen, or we need a certain person to come into our lives in order for us to be grateful. There's a monk named David Steindl-Rast, and he said, "It is not joy that makes us grateful. It is gratitude that makes us joyful." Namjoon of BTS also said once, "Happiness is not something that you have to achieve. You can still feel happy during the process of achieving something." And in a Harvard Health article that I read, it says there that in positive psychology research, gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. I think it's very important to be grateful, to be thankful, and to not take things that we have for granted. And I believe that gratitude is a big component, is component the right word? Component in contentment in life, because when we don't feel grateful, I think it's usually because we're looking at something that we want but don't have. And the funny thing is that sometimes we don't even really want a certain thing. It's just that everyone has it and we feel like, oh, I should have it too. I feel like all of these things on social media and the advertisements and all that tend to deceive us into thinking that we want a certain thing when in fact we don't really want it. We just think we want it because that's how marketing works. A philosopher named Epicurus once said, "Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for." I can look around my room and see so many different things that only used to be in my wish list. For example, last year and the year before that and the year before that, I wanted a new bed. And every time I would go to IKEA, I would look at all these beds and imagine it in my room, like, wow, I would love this to be my bed. I want a new bed. But then I would look at the price and be like, nah, it's not worth it because I still have a bed and it works just fine, except that the two wooden legs were giving up on me. So my parents also offered to buy me a new bed a couple of times too, but I refused because, again, my bed works fine, like it's a bed. And fast forward to now, I have a new bed. I did not buy that. It's actually given by a friend, so I didn't pay for it. It was free, didn't spend a single penny. However, this bed is not really my dream bed, because the bed that I actually want one day, at least not now, is like a big, nice, bouncy, soft bed, and I want it to be like the biggest size available, whatever size it is, king, double king, or whatever, king, super king, I don't know. And one day I do want that when I also have a room that's big enough to accommodate that size of a bed. But I am grateful for this one because it works fine as a bed. It fits me. I'm a small person, so I don't really need a big bed. It's just more of a luxury kind of bed. I want it someday, but I don't need it. Therefore, I'm grateful for what I have right now. I have 5 blankets that I use because it's winter time. I have like 8 or 9 pillows. I have plushies that keep me warm and cozy. So, am I grateful for my bed? Yes. Am I happy? Yes. Now you might say that, well, we're in the middle of a pandemic. There's still the virus going on. What is there to be grateful for? And yes, it is a new year. It's 2021, but the bad things that happened in 2020 didn't really end in 2020. A lot of those bad things we carried over to 2021. For example, in the city where I live, social gathering restrictions are still implemented, and so there aren't much things to do outside, and there aren't much places to go. And so when you're home most of the time, days seem like they're just being copied and pasted. They're literally like CTRL-V, CTRL-C, CTRL-V and all that. And it's just, when days seem so repetitive, what is there to be grateful for? And this isn't to say that if you're grateful, you're always gonna be happy, because I don't think anyone is just happy 100% of the time, because that's not how life is supposed to be. It's not like a grateful heart will just magically delete all of your problems. This isn't to invalidate people's struggles and hardships, but I believe that gratitude is important, not because it makes you happy 100% of the time. Gratitude won't erase the bad times, but I believe that it does help you get through it. At least that's how it is for me. So this is where gratitude journaling comes in. And when I say journaling, I don't mean you need a new notebook, you need a new journal, like a Lloyd Term 1917 or an Archer and Olive or whatever popular journaling notebooks are out there. You can have that, but you don't have to. You can just use a regular notebook. You can even use the Notes app on your phone, Google Docs, what else is there? Notion, Google Keep, or whatever note app you like to use. The point of gratitude journaling is to keep track of the daily blessings that we would normally look over and forget about. One of the ways you can do gratitude journaling is by having a gratitude log. Every night before I sleep, I write or type at least one thing I'm thankful for. I've been doing this for the 4 or 5 years I've been bullet journaling, though I'm not very consistent. But I recently got an idea from the Harvard Health article that I mentioned a while ago, and that is to incorporate the past, the present, and the future into your journal entry. So for the past, it's for retrieving positive memories and being thankful for elements of childhood or past blessings. So a prompt for this would be something like, something that happened last year was ... and I'm grateful for it because ... So the present is not taking good fortune for granted as it comes. An example is, I am grateful that insert person's name loves me because blah blah blah, or I am grateful that I have this currently in my life, whatever it is that you're thankful for. And thirdly is the future, maintaining a hopeful and optimistic attitude. So for example, I'm grateful that I can look forward to visiting a place and meeting a certain someone in the future because blah blah blah. Or it can even be, I'm thankful for the tears that I'm going to cry in the future because I know they will make me stronger. Knock on wood, I don't want it to happen. The second one I do is a mood tracker. I fill my mood tracker with colors. Pinterest and Instagram have lots of these examples. I have my own because I can't summarize my day with just one emotion like angry, happy, sad, frustrated, anxious, or whatever. So I made my own kind of category, and the first level is like the happiest I could ever be in life, and then it goes down to like lowest point in life, like full of negative, sad, bad emotions. So what I have for the first one is, if I die today, I am satisfied with everything I have in my life. I would die happy and content. This sounds so might sound so negative and pessimistic, like if I die today, but for me it helps because if I die, I would want to die happy. And I think it's a good thing, at least for me, it's a good thing to die happy because I don't want to die sad, I don't want to die crying, I don't want to die in pain. And so this for me is like the peak. Like for example, everything that happened today was good, so then I would fill the box on my journal with this particular color because I believe that if I do go sleep tonight and I don't wake up tomorrow, at least I died happy and content and satisfied with everything that I have. Again, that doesn't mean I have everything that I want, I have everything that I need. It's just I am grateful for everything that I have. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, and then the next level would be, today was great, I wish every day is like this. And then the next one is normal, non-special day, filled with normal things and special people that I'm grateful for. And then it kind of goes to the negative side of it. So a mix of good and bad emotions, and then mostly bad emotions, and lastly, a day filled with anxiety or panic attacks, depressive episode, something horrible happened and I can focus on anything good, and I don't think there's any good in the world. Not that there's really nothing good in the world, but it's just, how I feel. The nice thing about this format is that you can look at your journal, or at least this one page, at the end of the year, and you can literally see that there is a lot more good things that happened than your brain can remember, because this is literally what happened to me. Like back in 2017, I had this 1 year mood tracker, and sometimes it feels like 2017 wasn't a very good year, but then I look back, I look at my mood tracker for that year, and I was happy most of the year. I do remember a lot of it, so I go back to my journal and see, and that's something to be thankful for. That's something from the past that I'm thankful for. Another way I do gratitude journaling is to look at my small happiness list. I got the small happiness idea from BTS back in Festa 2018, I believe, or was it 2017? I don't even remember, but I wrote down my small but definite happiness list, and of course we're all different people, so I encourage you to make your own list, because the things that make me happy might not be the same things that make you happy. For example, my list has things like 25 degrees Celsius weather, sunny and blue skies, or the orangeness of afternoons, or long distance calls with someone that I love, or being in the arms of someone I love, or getting a package delivered earlier than expected. And how this works is that I would look at my list and count how many happy things from that list happened throughout the day, because a lot of times I wouldn't have noticed those small happy things if I don't really reflect on my day, if I don't look back and see, oh hey, this happened or that happened and I like that thing and I'm grateful for that. So this is my happiness list, and for today I have 4 happy things that happened, and now I'm going to put that on my journal on top of the mood tracker square or circle, whatever one you have. This also helps me see the correlation between my mood of the day, which is the color, and the number of happy things that happened. Lastly is just following a gratitude journal prompt. I can't say that properly. Gratitude. Lastly is following a gratitude journal prompt. This is quite easy, I guess, but I guess it can be longer as well. What I suggest for you to do is just go on Google it, type gratitude journal prompt, and you can see a lot of journal prompts. You can just pick 1 or 2 or 10 depending on what you want. It's your journal, and just write and pour out your heart and your thoughts on your journal. Something my friend from church suggested to me was, instead of just writing, I'm grateful for this or that, you can say, I thank God for this or that. This works for me as a Christian because I believe in God, and I thank God for all the wonderful blessings that I have in my life. But of course, if you have a different religion or a different belief, a different worldview, obviously you will have a different approach, but it will be the same kind of concept. It's about gratitude, and you have a different approach because you can customize it and you can personalize it. It's your journal. You can do whatever you want with it. You can put pictures, you can put stickers, washi tapes, or however you want. And that's honestly one of the best things that I love about journaling, is that you get to personalize it. You can do whatever you want with it. And it's like a personal documentation of your life. It's like an autobiography, but with cool designs, with the aesthetic that you choose. And a gratitude journal is like a detailed record of different things in your life, and it doesn't always have to be good things. It can be bad things as well that you're grateful for because you found the positive aspect of it, and it can be things that maybe came into your life and stayed, and so you're grateful that it's still there. And it could also be things that maybe came into your life but is now gone. And the thing about it is that you won't have any regrets because you were grateful for that specific thing or that specific person. And because you were grateful, you did not take them for granted. Therefore, no regret. Imagine how nice it would be to sit on the couch 10 years later and look at your gratitude journal and see all of these things and people and places and events, and maybe one day you'll sit on your couch and you'll look at your gratitude journal and you'll see you wrote something like, I am grateful that I found this YouTube channel called Recapture because she made me happy. I don't know, something like that. Just kidding. Okay, but seriously, consider subscribing, it's free. So that's the end of this video about practicing gratitude and gratitude journaling. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to upload this because I didn't plan for my YouTube channel to be like a sit down in front of the camera and talk and discuss things kind of channel, but it might be a good experiment, I guess. So we'll see where it goes. If you got to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being patient. I'm grateful for that. And let me know that you got to this point in the video by commenting at least one thing that you're grateful for this 2021. Thank you so much for watching, and I will end this video with this saying: gratitude helps you fall in love with the life you already have. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, but only if you want to. I'm not forcing you, and I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Happy New Year again. Bye. I just touched the mic. A Greek philosopher. Is he Greek? I don't know.